Hi, I'm Meszaros, and I'm a lecturer in systematic theology here at St. Patrick's College, Maynooth. And I just wanted to tell you a few things about our department. I want to tell you what theology is, why you should consider studying it, and what are some of the concrete questions you'd be addressing if you were to study theology here. So first, what is theology? Theology is the study of God. It is God talk. It's also talking about what the world is in relation to God and all of your experiences as it relates to the divine. And it's also faith-seeking understanding, trying to understand your faith. So why would you consider studying theology? And I would suggest to you that it doesn't matter whether or not you're a believer or not, or whether you're agnostic, or what religious opinions you might have. There's something in theology for everybody. But for those who are believers, who are Christian, theology is that opportunity to learn more about your faith and to really try to understand your faith. To maybe you might have always had questions that you wanted to answer, and you never had the opportunity to really think about those questions. So theology is the opportunity to really penetrate and rationally reflect on the faith that you have. And for those who are not quite sure about theology or about God, theology is the opportunity to ask the big questions in life. In fact, the biggest questions, like who am I? Where do I come from? Where am I going? Does God exist? Does God care about us? Does God reveal himself? What is the meaning of suffering? What is justice? What is the meaning of love and intimacy? And there are some other practical reasons why you should consider studying theology, like expanding your horizons, or learning about a seminal part of Western civilization. And finally, if you need that to fulfill that core curriculum back at home, if you take a theology module here, you'll be able to fulfill your core curriculum if theology is part of it. And finally, I just want to talk a little bit about some of the components of theology, concretely what it is that you'd be studying. In systematic theology, for example, you'd be studying about not only God, but the Trinity, who Christ is, who Jesus Christ is, what is grace, what is sin, what is creation, and what our ultimate destiny is. In moral theology, you'd be studying what virtue is, what is the good life, what is the just society, how do you make decisions, and by what criteria can you decide which decision to make. And in Scripture, you'd be studying not only the text and the context of the text, but you'd also be studying whether or not and what is the message of the text today. What is God telling us through the Scriptures today? So these and many other questions you'd be studying in theology. Thanks for listening, and I hope to see you at St. Patrick's College.